Hello, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all the members in the house. Okay, let's give a few minutes. I'll share this link inside and then we will get started. Okay, so it's going to be a job seeking session today. Okay, धूम धड़ाका करते हैं. Let's go, let's go. Okay, 23rd March, 9 p.m. and here we go. It's already being streamed on YouTube. Okay. Okay, everybody. So, chalo, welcome to the second last day of our career transformation program. Okay. So it's a 3-week program and we are into the final week. Okay. Yes, Javed, Ramzan Mubarak to you as well. So yeah, guys, so fasting is going to start. So kal subah we will wake up and 1 month. Okay, it's going to be all dhoom dhadaka. So a lot of stuff happening. Okay. And that's what I was really wondering. Ki along with Ramzan, prayers, fasting and everything. So like, okay, running our batches. But somewhere, yes, we will still be doing it. So next batch is going to start right from 3rd of April. Okay, so 3rd of April, 9 p.m. we will start. I'm still wondering about the morning sessions, when we will do, when we will not do. But at least in the initial 1-2 weeks, we will be doing the morning session. It's a 3 months Ramzan, right? So we would have to wake up like early in the morning, 4:30, 4 a.m.s, and then we have food, and then evening time we open up, and then there will be additional prayers and all. So at least for the initial few weeks of April, we will still be connecting morning 6:30 to 7:30. But after that, maybe in the final few, because after 20 days of fasting, so it actually, let's see how the health goes on. So maybe then in the final 10 days and so we can take the morning sessions off, but evening batch will still continue. Okay. So all the 21 days will happen as part of 9 to 10 p.m. starting from 3rd April onwards. Okay, but at least, yeah, that's the plan today, as of today. Okay, so chalo, let's get started. And I'll just tell you a fact. Okay, what I learned out of this fasting, and it's been like 13 years in the IT industry, and always these Ramzan and fasting used to come during our working time itself, right? So there is one thing, yes, we have to offer like prayers, fasting, things like that. Plus at the same time, okay, if you allow that to grow on you, I am fasting, I need to take break, I need to relax, then it starts actually bothering you. Okay, matlab, this is based upon my personal experience. So I was always working. So generally after 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., that time the brain actually drains out. But otherwise, all throughout the day, you will be very active. It will work very smartly. You will be able to solve all the problems. And I did very complicated projects even during Ramzan. So I would personally suggest ki whether you're fasting or not, thoda mind ko keep it strong. Okay, keep your mind really strong. Why? Because if you allow yourself, ki, bhai, I am fasting, I cannot eat, and then I cannot be able to do all the other work properly. So only in such case you guys will be impacted. Otherwise, I did like 13 years in IT, always working on the projects morning till evening. I never felt ki kuch problem ho raha hai, and I was working really efficiently during Ramzan times as well. Okay? So I would allow, like, you should change your mindset, because whatever you think, it will act accordingly. Okay? So yes, from tomorrow, 30 days of fasting will start, morning 4 a.m.s to, let's say, evening 6:30, 7, somewhere around that. Okay? But yeah, it's a nice journey. So 1 month of nice health revival plus prayers and things like that. Okay, now let's get going. Let's get going with today's session. It's really valuable because we are going to speak about job hunting, and a lot of techniques will be shared precisely to the point which we will be discussing today. And let's get started. Okay. So in past 2 days, we have been discussing about working professionals and a lot of those sites. Today, we will discuss about this. And one of the key point why we lined up all these things by the end, okay, is key those who are really committed to grow in their life. I want to share more value to those people. So even though, yes, it's all a free program, 3 weeks free program and everything, but you will realize that not everybody deserves the value that you're wanting to share to them. Okay. And that's where these some of the core, very valuable information I've lined up in the week 3, so that those who are consistent for week 1, week 2, they have earned this kind of week 3. And I don't really want it to give it to any ways people, because if I share it with all, so they will anyways not implement it, because the mind never grew the capability of regular consistency, and that attitude shifting never happened. So they will anyways not feel any value with this. They'll listen, they'll forget, and they'll be like, oh, nothing works, and they'll again complain about life. Okay. So that's where I lined up all this to first filter down the cream people who are really committed to learn, grow, and uske baad then we will be adding this kind of value, because the such people will do something with this information and add more to the life. Okay, fine. And okay guys, today for this session of job hunting, it will be useful for both the guys, like freshers trying to get inside the IT industry for the first time, whether straight away or you worked on some side projects, freelancing, and maybe just some internship here and there, and now struggling to get in IT. So it will be useful for those people. Parallelly, the second value, it will be useful for even working professionals who are trying to switch within, let's say, the job entry. Okay, so some very key points precisely we will be discussing. And for doing that, today we are inviting even Mr. Ramiz. Okay, so he is also from the IT industry, 13 years of experience. Okay, 13 years of experience. He worked as HR for many companies. He has worked on small scale organization, big service companies as well. And you will understand from an HR perspective, like how exactly the filtering happens, what do they look for, and the core insights. And if you really crack this logic, accordingly, you just have to channelize yourself, and it will become easy for you to move in the IT industry, regardless of whatever is happening in the current market. Okay, let's say layoffs, this, that. So they go one side, all these problems are there, but other side, the recruitment is still happening. So it's not at a fully paused state. There are still positions, hunting is still going on. You just need to reach to the right place and you can get it. Okay. So today's session will be primarily Mr. Ramiz is going to take it through. But however, yes, I will be collaborating and adding value wherever I feel is right. Okay. So chalo, let's get going. Make some notes about it. It's already being streamed on YouTube as well. So it's time to play the game. Let's go. Yeah, Mr. Ramesh, let's go.
Okay, so Tausif, first of all, thank you for inviting me for this. Because few of you, I'm sure that many new people are there in this batch, so I'm sure that most of you don't know me. I interacted with a few people who were in earlier batches, but this batch, I am not sure how many of you know me. So brief introduction is, I am a human resource professional. I have been working in this industry from last more than 13 years. I work with a number of organizations like Cognizant, Genpact, Persistent, Virtusa, and it was a good experience. I was majorly a part of resource management group, which works very closely with all the platforms which are available, like recruitment team, talent management team. I myself has led placements across all India locations when it comes to campus hiring when I was working with Cognizant. Similarly, at Genpact also, I was handling 2 locations. So it's a very big experience. And what I want you to do is, so whatever we will be talking about now is on the basis of what we experience while working in an organization. It's not going to be a theoretical knowledge. Okay. So as soon as you understand this, and you can start applying this. And as soon as you apply this, you will get the results. So what you have to do today is start making notes, guys. Start making notes so that it gets incorporated both in your notebook as well as in your mind. Okay, so what exactly, guys?
So we did a quick survey last week we did a survey like how many of this group members are job seekers versus freshers or working professionals and things like that. So around 35 to 40% audience in this group is job seekers actively looking for jobs right now, maybe as freshers or with some 1-2 experience, but job seeking. There are around 50 to 50% somewhere who are working professionals 0 to 4 bracket, and then there are 4 plus remaining people. Okay, so that means majority, like 35 to 40 of the audience are actively looking for job hunting. So if we can really give the key pointers, okay, take it, apply it, and get results, it's going to be really amazing. Okay, and yeah, and I think most importantly, once people start getting a job, so Ramzan is going, so they will be all praying, "Ke are wah, Ramiz bhai ko tarakki de do." So that is a different side angle for this. Chalo, let's make it work. Chalo,
Yes,
everybody.
thank you for the information, Tausif. So all those who are looking for a job, and even if you are not looking for a job now, then maybe in future you will look for change. So job is a part of parcel of the career. Job change is a part of parcel of the career, and it keeps happening. Because first and the most important thing, if you are looking for a job, is that guys, job search is a process. People, they approach us saying that I am looking for a job. Can you please help me? As you need to understand, one most important thing is that job search is a process. If you only get a requirement from a particular organization, but you do not know how to do things right, then it won't help you. We'll talk about that entire process. What step needs to be taken? What action needs to be taken? What should be our mindset? We'll talk about all those things in detail. Okay. Guys, to start with, guys, first and the most important thing is your resume. As whenever my team works on any requirement, we have observed. Okay, so whenever our team works off any requirement, we have observed that generally the resumes are not aligned, or the resumes are not aligned to the job description. So what exactly, guys? The first thing is your mindset and what you want to do. If you want to get into a particular industry, if you want to get into a particular skill set, if you are a fresher, what you have done so that you become eligible for getting to that skill set. For an example, there are many people who are just freshers and they say that they are looking for their first job. But have they done something that is there in their resume which makes them eligible or gives them the upper hand? That is one of the important questions. If you're looking for a job, like 400 people are getting released from one particular college, and if there are only 50 requirements which are there, what thing you are doing exceptional that a person will consider you? So go ahead and make your resume accordingly. Go ahead, do internships, do some projects, and add these projects in your resume. This thing is basically missed by most of the people, and the people who are doing it right, they get the jobs. That's the problem with the job seekers, especially the freshers, is that they realize these things too late. For an example, abhi ye log pass hote hain, and if they realize it like after 6 months, there is already another batch which is expected to hit. So if even if you are in the last year as of now, then start doing things that are related to your skill set and that can help you to get placed. These things will give you an upper hand, and while you do all these things, the projects and all, your mind, your experience, it will also automatically reflect in your personality in an interview. So it genuinely karo. Your internships, your project, do not waste any time. I've seen people that they are looking for a job, they are looking for a job, they are looking for a job, but they didn't even look for any of the internships. If you are looking for an internship, if I see a resume, it gives me an impression that I have been doing something, adding an experience in my resume and adding value to myself. So this is the most important thing, guys. And after that, another thing is that when we see a resume, this thing is more specific to experienced people. Because resumes, there are a few people who have worked on something when it comes to start of their career, and later on they saw that they got aligned to a particular skill set, and now they are building their skills career on the new skill set that they have come through. So guys, what we are seeing is whenever we get resumes, we get all detailed resumes. For an example, if someone is applying for a job which is into Java, we see in the resume that there are many more things which are not related to Java, and they are elaborated at stretch. So whenever we see this type of resume, it gives us an impression that this is not a core Java profile. So if you are looking for a job in Java, if you're looking for a job in web services or anything, if you're in another industry, whatever it is, the skill set for which you are applying for which you want to make your career for, what all things you have done in your career accordingly should have to be elaborated there. Or unrelevant cheeses, guys, do not confuse the recruiters. If I get 10 resumes in front of me, if I'm looking for one particular skill set, if 10 people have updated 10 different things, two to three different things in one resume, then I will ignore their resume because I am looking for a specialist. That is what generally happens. So other things that you have done.
Wait. So let me just summarize this in a quick statement. So guys, this is really important. People feel ki I know so much, so let me include everything, but that is backfiring. Okay. So yes, you are talented, you have that expertise, but the job that you are applying for, in the job descriptions, they have asked for something really very specific. We need a person for executing this kind of a role. So you need to highlight and tailor. And even when we did chat GPT discussion on job hunting, it said the same point. If you remember, tailor your resume to the place where you are applying. It will take some time, but you have to customize it, highlight it in a manner where the interviewer, if he sees, or the HR, if they see, they get it to the point. I think this is really important. So customize your resume to dominate in the skills which the JD is asking for. So that is where one resume and publish everywhere model is risky. Why? Because like he said, 10 people, if they apply, they are looking for only few specific kind of profiles. So they will be like, okay, they go. If you have too much, it gives the impression that you are not good in any one area. It gives the impression maybe you are average in everything, and people don't want that. You have to be specialist in your field, which the industry is looking for. So customize your resume. It's a very valuable point. Okay. Right. Okay. Next, Ram is moving on.
And customization is not about updating the things which you have not done in your organization. Okay? Customization is about elaborating those things. So give more space to those things which are related to that skill set. If you have done something, specify it, detailed it. जो keywords है, जो keywords which are related to new skill set, elaborate those things. And if you have done something which is not related to this skill set, उसका scope reduce कर दो. There's no need to elaborate that. Okay, so that if you go ahead and if you add things which you have not done in your past organization.
Hello, Rami. Hello.
What you are aware of. So it's very important. Customization is more about elaborating those things. Okay. And then second most important thing. How many of you are aware about the term cover letter? Okay, guys, I'm assuming that those who are sincerely and seriously looking for a job, they are all aware about it. You might have heard about this cover letter, something somewhere or other, that okay, cover letter hai, cover letter hai, cover letter hai. So guys, what exactly is this? And the thing is that there are many sites which have come up, they offer cover letters, they charge hefty, and they have made a big business out of it. Okay, so in simple words, cover letter is very simple. Whenever you send an email to someone, you write something on the email body, that is cover letter. And what exactly you write? Whenever you write something, it has to be sensible. उसका specific format कुछ नहीं है. Like what you have to do is sensibly एक 3 paragraphs में split करो. Ideally speaking, the recruiter, as soon as he sees the email, he should understand who you are, what you have applied for, and why should they hire you. So these three are the criteria. These three are the things which a recruiter should understand.
Disable annotation for others. So somebody, I think somebody showed me this kind of option, disable annotation for others. जिसकी वजह से ये real time drawing
with the mobile phone.
Okay, ठीक है. Next, hold on. I think you touched some very nice point. So okay, writing cover letter, but yeah, you mentioned, Ramesh, something 3 areas which has to really become obvious while you are writing cover letter. What these 3 areas were?
Right. Okay. There's what you are applying for.
What you are applying for.
What makes you eligible for applying for that?
Okay.
And the third thing is waiting for the response. That is what exactly it is, showing somewhat eagerness or to and that involvement.
Okay, just hold on, hold on. What makes you eligible for applying? Okay, and your eagerness or curiosity
or
for
involvement.
ठीक है, for
Yeah.
getting, for working for that company or role. So थोड़ा excitement रहेगा तो देखो guys, on the other side it's human being. So if you can touch really some emotional aspect, the chances will be high. And guys, thousands of resumes are coming, 500 resumes come. उसमें से एक बंदा बनना, you have to be as summary, okay? 2-3 is as short as possible, but it should touch the person. Okay, and one another thing which I realized, it don't make it bookish. One thing which I practically don't like during interviews and when I see it, कि बहुत बड़े ऐसे like dialogue बाजी हो रही है. You know that it's fake, you know that it's cooked up, but बड़े बड़े dialogue and बातें हो रही है इससे कि I am an expert of this and this. अरे भाई कुछ नहीं है. Talk genuinely human to human. Be very precise. ठीक है, don't give fundas to your interviewers or HRs because they are like हटाओ बकवास कर रहा है बंदा. So talk in human language. Don't put heavy words because that doesn't really connect with your people. Okay, so that is another tip which I would suggest. Make it human, okay, not heavy. Don't get into it. It looks like not real. Okay, so I think you should ask ChatGPT to make you a very nice cover letter, okay, which is like in nice human understandable format. It will do it very nice. Okay, fine. Okay, Ramesh, moving on.
Okay. Guys, another thing about this cover letter is that whenever we see a resume, most of the people, they just write one-liners. Please find the attached resume. Okay. So if we see those kind of resumes, if 50 people have applied for 5 open positions, those resumes will just get overlooked. Because if we don't understand कि भाई कौन सा बंदा कौन से requirement को apply कर रहा है, then दूसरे काफी सारे resumes आकर रहे हैं emails, which we can directly go ahead and open them. Okay, so cover letter, as we said, 3 paragraph में डालो which position you are applying for and what makes you eligible for this, and we are expecting the please keep me updated with the further course of action. ये 3 paragraphs रह गए, 3 उसमें break करो.
Okay.
Also update the subject line. Updating subject line is again an important thing. Subject line is there for a reason. सब्जेक्ट लाइन देखकर ही रिक्रूटर को पता चलता है कि कौन से रिक्वायरमेंट, आपका स्किल क्या है, आप क्या के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हो, आपका एक्सपीरियंस लेवल क्या है. सो व्हेनेवर यू आर शेयरिंग अ रिज्यूमे, उसमें अपडेट करो सब्जेक्ट लाइन, और सब्जेक्ट लाइन में राइट योर नेम, राइट योर स्किल सेट, राइट हाउ मच एक्सपीरियंस यू हैव, एंड इफ यू हैव एनी स्पेसिफिक जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन आइडिया और समथिंग, वो उसमें ऐड कर दो. So by looking at that,
for which role you are applying basically,
for which role you are applying for. Subject line देख के एक resume inbox में आएगा. Recruiters get hundreds of email. Believe me guys, 1000 email. When my team was working in Cognizant, on daily basis we used to get 1500 emails. और recruiters जो है, they work on multiple requirements. एक requirement पे काम नहीं करते. They work on multiple requirements. They work on multiple skill sets, and then people say that they don't get a call back. तो होता क्या है, रिक्रूटर को अगर सही तरीके से आपका रिज्यूमे समझा नहीं, आप किसके लिए कर रहे हैं, तो दे विल गो अहेड विद अदर थिंग, और दूसरे लोग सिलेक्ट भी हो जाएंगे. सो एक सब्जेक्ट लाइन लिखो. उसके बाद में गाइस, व्हाटएवर यू आर गोइंग टू डू नाउ, इट इज योर जॉब, इट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू टू अर्न योर ब्रेड एंड बटर. सो थोड़ा सा टाइम दो उसके लिए. एक सब्जेक्ट लाइन लिखो, रिज्यूमे को रीनेम करो. अगेन कॉमन मिस्टेक इज डाउनलोड करके लोग सेव करके वैसा ही अटैच करते हैं. रीनेम योर रिज्यूमे विथ योर नेम underscore your skill set. उसमें भी experience डाल सकते हैं.
underscore your skill set, okay,
followed by underscore year of experience if any.
Experience. So your resume should itself be self-explanatory. That's a nice one. The subject line should also include these details, for which job you are applying, how much experience. So it becomes handy without opening your email or the hobby. Like when 500 people have applied, okay. So if it talks about for which job you have applied, and this guy is having 2 years of experience in so and so skills, and the name is this, it makes it like okay, accordingly अपने को process करना. यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है, many people write the subject की I am the James Bond of the IT industry, I can solve every problem, give me this job. And then it becomes like HR perspective say, if you think right? There might be many jobs opened from company side. It's not just one position they are looking for. 50 positions open rahenge, so they don't even know for which this profile is coming. So that's where specific, I think clarity is what misses, because you think from your perspective, but HR is having like so many roles, so many people, so a lot of work to be done. So the more detailed and precise you are, rather than words and all that, try to be more specific. It really adds a lot of value. Okay, okay, moving on, Ramesh.
ठीक है.
Nice one.
As the cover letter का एक one more important thing which I want to talk about is that जो middle paragraph है where we show what makes us eligible for that. So whenever we share a resume, we share it on the basis of the job description that we get. So काफी simple है. तो वो job description रहता है, the way we align and realign, elaborate into the resume, cover letter में ही जो job description है उसके हिसाब से थोड़ा सा elaboration रहता है. Okay. Like I think that I have worked in Java for 6 years, and it really I feel that this particular role goes good with me, something like that. So उसमें जो है, this also will keep changing. The central paragraph है, it should again be more elaborated as per the job description. Most important thing. Okay, guys, and now if you start doing these things, the chances of recruiters replying back to your resumes or calling you for a first level of screening increases. It will surely happen. Okay, so if you are writing a proper cover letter, if you are writing a proper subject line, if you are renaming your resume, then your resume first of all will reach recruiter. He will see that it's a good subject line, good cover letter, good resume. He will call you for first discussion. Guys, believe me, whenever a recruiter calls you,
one thing here. So guys, we will touch the area key, how and where to, what are the sources by which you have to apply to the HR and reach out to them. Some people might say, I'm just doing Naukri, call is not coming. So this is the core initials. You get this thing right. The second part comes is, how do you take all this knowledge and then apply and reach out to the HRs from multiple sources? So that box we will cover. But once we are done with that, then the rate of call and everything interview starts happening smoothly. Okay. So Ramesh, can we touch that box right now? How to now apply and
we'll go there, Tausif. Okay, we'll go there. The thing is that there are two ways how people apply for requirements. First of all, the way we are talking now is we get requirements from many channels. Like there are many people who will provide you the job description. There are WhatsApp groups who can provide you.
So Ramesh, so right now we will touch this topic, like how to apply. Now we will discuss it, or you'll come back to this later.
No, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it the way it is. There are two ways how we can apply for it. Okay, one is when we have the proper email ID of the recruiter, where we send emails to the recruiter. People come across the job descriptions from a number of sources, and then it is their responsibility to share their resumes to the recruiter. Then whatever we have discussed now is a part of that. So whenever a resume is being shared, if you come across particular requirement through a WhatsApp group or through a LinkedIn post, if you get the email ID, and if you are not doing the things right, whatever we have discussed now, then it is going to be a problem for you. So there are two ways how job application goes. One is if you are getting a proper email ID, proper job description, if you are sending an email, then we have just discussed about that. Another way is what Tausif is talking about, how do we apply on various job search engines and what all things we do along with that. Then we have just covered one part of it, and in detail we will again go ahead and touch the other parts as well. Hope it makes it clear, Tausif.
Okay, sure. So we'll come back to this. Okay. Other areas on how to apply, we will discuss it later. Okay. Okay, chalo, moving on. So then what is the next topic?
Okay, guys. So basic important thing is that valid number do, active number do resume mein, because we have observed that more than 40% of people उन लोग तो कॉल ही नहीं उठाते.
Oh shit.
कई बार कॉल ही नहीं लगता. So people just update in their comments that unable to reach, invalid number. Because these things are happening. And when you do not pick up the call, if you do not receive the call, then you can't get back to the recruiter if they are calling from the official landline number. So वहां पर भी, like, if you are doing all this hard work, if you are doing all these efforts properly, if you are doing it, but if you are not writing it properly, if you are not responding the call, if you are not updating your proper number, then पूरा इतना efforts waste हो जाता है. So it's very important कि number पे active. Okay, this is one thing. And another thing is, like, If we talk about channels, right? If we talk about channels, so if you are a fresher, guys, you have to explore the right platforms. If you are experienced person, you have to explore again the right platform. For an example, if you are a fresher, there are specific job search engines which are made especially for you. For an example, I'm sure that you might have heard something known as internshala.com. There is something known as internshala.com. So if you are looking for a job as a fresher, you have to look for jobs in that search engine. Internshala.com is there. Then Hirist is there. Then
Ramesh, do you have a list of
firstnaukri.com is there.
do you have a list of this written already with you?
Uh,
Can you paste
yes,
it
but
in chat?
still, probably we can note it down as well, Tausif. We can share it later on with the people. But as we are running, we can just note it down because it gets encrypted to them.
Okay,
There are
guys.
not
So,
many.
guys, you people also make some running notes about this so that you can really connect. So, okay, for freshers, there are specific portals. Internshala. Okay, what is the next one?
Hirist.
High risk.
Hirist.
Spell
Then
it out.
firstnaukri.
No, spell it out. Na high risk.
Hirist. Just give me a sec. I will just tell you the exact thing.
That's what. Keep typing. Otherwise, in chat,
HIRIST. Okay. HIRIST. Hirist.
okay, fine.
Hirist.com. Then first Naukri. FIRSTNAUKRI.
Okay, first now.
Then Internshala.
Okay, yeah, Internshala is done.
INTERNSHALA. Okay, Tausif, I'm just pasting it to you.
These three are done. What more?
Okay. So for freshers, these three are the things. Okay, these three are search engines. Or if you are a fresher, then specifically now the thing which has changed a lot is in earlier days companies जो है campus interviews करते थे और वो campus में से ही लोगों को select करते थे. But now things have changed a lot. Companies ने अपने अपने job search portals बनाकर अपने अपने initiatives बनाकर रखे हैं. Hello, are you there?
Yeah. In English, I think we have audience from lot of sections. So yeah,
great. So the thing is, companies have come up with their own initiatives. They have come up with their own platforms wherein they hire people from n number of sources. For an example, you search these keywords, okay? TCS Ninja. TCS is using this particular initiative to hire freshers from across colleges. It doesn't matter where you belong to. It doesn't matter what tier of college you belong to. TCS Ninja. Then there is something known as TCS NQT. TCS NQT. This is again a program that they run. If you clear this particular program, then they make you eligible to apply for some of the opportunities that they have with them. At the same time, TCS NQT also provides you an opportunity to apply for the jobs which are in collaboration with TCS NQT. Okay, so search for these things. Okay, search for these things. Thoda sa Google search karo. Tausif is already making notes out of it, and you also search this thing. That would be helpful for you. Then, if you talk about Infosys, Infosys is running something known as InfyTQ, INFYTQ. So InfyTQ में जो है, again, it is an initiative wherein hackathons run होते हैं. If you clear that hackathon, then you get an opportunity to directly apply for the interview. और वहां पर selections होते हैं. Okay. Then other thing is that Wipro का also there is one program for Wipro as well. They call it as Wipro Elite National Hunt. ELITE Elite NATIONAL National HUNT Hunt. Okay.
There are specific programs which these big giants are running. And if you can qualify, shortlist, give the exams, so then they create more opportunities where you can directly apply. So that's some kind of another area which maybe you might not have much explored first. Okay, fine, continue.
Okay, guys, the thing is that we are not aware of things, and as we are not aware of the things, and people who are aware of this, they will take the upper hand. So you have to maximize the efforts, guys. Job search is all about maximizing the effort. Do not stick to one particular thing and just keep waiting for that call nahi aa rahe, or we are not getting the call back from the recruiters. I applied for that job, but still I'm not getting the call back. So what you have to do, guys, you have to multiply your efforts and you have to do that on consistent basis. Track all these things that you have applied for, where you have applied for, what you have applied for, and
No,
start doing
one
follow-up.
question, Ramesh. So is these things will also work for working professionals, or this is fresher specific?
TCS NQT is also for working professionals, but other than these are more specific to freshers.
Okay, so guys, entry level jobs, if anybody is trying, so like beginners, and I would even suggest कि 0 to 1 year experience वाले भी थोड़ा सा try to check for these possibilities, and even let's say 2020 to 2 pass outs or 1 pass out, तो थोड़ा entry level के लिए try to really explore on this, see what all things are there, are you prepared or not? So I think that will really add some nice value. Okay, ठीक है, fine.
Okay, guys, one more thing add kar Tausif वहाँ पर Tech Mahindra that they run a program known as Elevate Hiring Program. Tech Mahindra. ELEVATE HIRING
Okay.
PROGRAM. Okay, so just search for these and you will get the links which I have updated with me are older ones. So actively their links keeps changing. So thoda sa time, spend some time on this. There are different words. You do the keyword search. Okay.
Okay.
And guys, again, now the thing is that do not wait for getting a permanent role.
So
If you are not getting a permanent role,
one question which came here, okay, somebody saying 2019 pass out, okay. Dekho, honestly speaking, if somebody is like 2 years old and still saying I am a fresher, so even if it is my team, I would not like to hire such a candidate. 2 साल पहले करके बेटा, I get fresh blood from the market who are more excited and ready to do. And from company perspective, we would like to take more energetic and real current people. So if you are very old, that's a problem. Okay, at least I don't get a feeling to really hire old people because like 4 saal ho gaye now, still fresher. Rather, I'll go take the latest recent ones. So if your time is lot of time is passing by, I think for you, you should try other routes of maybe doing some kind of internship projects or freelancing related things, or getting somewhere some experience with your friend's company, something, and show that you have that kind of work experience in recent. Because if you say fresher and like past long story, it will anyways not go in your favor. It will not work. That's how it is. Okay, fine.
Tausif, are you reading Kalpesh's message? Okay, there is one more query. There is one more query wherein the person is saying that what if he has not cleared the eligibility criteria in 12th standard? Okay, guys, if you have not cleared the eligibility criteria, then you can't apply for that. The people, they do some analysis, they do some observations, and accordingly they set up criteria. So clearing the criteria is very important. But yes, there are other ways how you can go about it. If you are not able to do it in these search engines, then of course we have discussed about Hiris, Internshala, Naukri First. The point is, do not lose hopes, do not sit idle, keep learning, keep applying. There are different platforms for different things. And at the same time, many a times there are some ramp ups happen. In the case of ramp ups, people go ahead and they go ahead for weekend drives. And whenever a weekend drive happens, and if it's a major ramp up, if people are not getting proper resources, then they give waiver to many of the criteria. So if there is any ramp up happening, do Google search, see what are the companies which are ramping up in your specific location. Look for whether there are any drives which are being conducted, and don't get disheartened.
What do you mean when you say ramp up? So what exactly is happening with ramp up?
Ramp up is like whenever a project is doing a bulk hiring, because they are getting more projects. Whenever a company is doing a bulk hiring because they are getting more projects, or they are moving from one location to another location. For an example, Deloitte has recently moved. They have set up a big function at Hyderabad 5 years back. So they were going ahead and they were hiring in bulk. They were hiring in bulk. So these are the situations, these are the times wherein if you go for some weekend drives, I do remember that they were conducting some weekend drives, or wahan se like many people were coming in, and wahan se they were selecting many people. So keep a track about all these things. And kabhi if some major project comes in, guys, काफी time पर ऐसा भी होता है, many times it happens as well that big projects, company acquire big projects in mid of the year, and at that point they do not have people. So what they do is they go ahead and again they do bulk hiring from all the platforms that they have. So you have to be watchful. Okay. And this time will come when it has to come. The first thing is there are other platforms as well. Internshala is there, Hirist is there. There are some startups which will hiring. Add some resume, add some experience. Once you add some experience to your resume, then you will be an experienced person. And after that, then these criteria will not be into consideration. Once you gain some experience, then you will be applying as an experienced person. Okay. So you just have to gain that first experience. So it's not that you have missed some of the companies and you cannot come back to those companies. It's not that. So just see if you have not if you are currently not eligible for working in a specific company, and if you want to work there again, then down the line you can of course come back as an experienced person. Till then, add some resume, add some experience to your resume.
Okay.
Okay, guys, and now let's talk something about experienced people. Okay,
there is just one thing to add here. Okay, guys. Recently I came across one job opportunity which was for freshers, but that HR told me straight away ki even like 2 years old freshers are fine, but in their resume internship is mandatory. Then only we will take them even for like entry level position. Okay, and while I was discussing with that guy, he said कि भाई anyways if the person has not done internship, उसको कुछ आता ही नहीं होगा तो छोड़ देते. Because you need to understand market में lot of freshers are roaming. So HRs don't have a problem to discard, let's say 80% of them. Just like they will focus on the core quality guys who can really get their work done, because opening to 10 hai. For that there are 1,000 people available. So they just remove all this thing and focus on the core. So that was his statement. In the resume, internship has to be maintained. Then only forward me those profiles. So you need to understand that the more you do and add all these things, it will definitely give you value. Dhoondna padega. Okay, and just sitting and wishing is not going to work out. Okay. So let's go to and there are a lot of these key points there. Search it out. There are programs there. You can do it. Plus, I think here there is big bulk hiring related process, and where you have to stay active. Okay, what's happening in the market right now, which big companies are doing events, weekend workshops, live walk-ins or virtual. Thoda market mein dekhna padega. On a daily basis you have to search and be the first one to apply and reach out to them. Okay, just sitting and crying nahi ho raha hai, aise nahi hoga guys, because every single day the situation might change and you need to be there to grab it. Okay, so daily, that's what it's two-step process as of I feel. Job hunting jab kar rahe ho, so one is you need to stay prepared. Job preparation is separate and job hunting is separate. Both are two things you have to do daily. Job preparation is where you practice, make your resume more valid, do hands-on stuff where you train yourself properly, go through interview processes and like mock interviews and all that. Preparation is separate, hunting is separate. Hunting mein applying, following up, to dono pe you have to balance nicely. And a point comes where hunting should become 80% of your day's work, and preparation you already know because you have spent 6 months on that. So hunting pe focus karo, and this all includes hunting. Okay, how to reach, how to crack, and how to get in. So is pe bahut kaam karna, you have to really focus. Chalo, now experienced people. Yes, you were saying something.
Okay. Yes, so now let's move on to experienced people. Okay, because the common mistake, it's not a mistake actually. Whenever we have a rapport, it definitely somewhere helps us. So the basic thing that people do is, if they gain experience, they look for their friends here and there. They ask them if there is something in their organization, and that is one thing, and that is the valid thing. But you cannot completely rely on that. Okay, you cannot completely rely on that. Do that if you have a friend here and there working somewhere. If you have a friend who can refer you, look for that person and start doing that. Okay, but at the same time, as we said, it's job search is a process wherein you have to maximize efforts in all the platforms. You too have to done the same. You have to also do the same thing. Okay, guys, I have been selected in. I've worked in 4 to 5 organizations in my 13 years of experience, and 3 of the requirements were directly from the search engines. So directly getting it from the search engines also work good. You do not have to always rely on your friends. Use that option. But at the same time, how you can increase the chances of you getting selected is that you use the search engines which others are not using. For an example, how many of you are aware that there are websites who conduct various hackathons. Companies conduct their various hackathons on specific platforms, on specific websites, and if you clear those hackathons, then you get eligible for appearing directly for the interview of that particular company. Okay, so use this, guys. Many people are not aware of this. If people are not aware of it, whoever is applying for this, they get if they clear it, they get selected. Okay, so आप दूसरे platform से apply करते रहो, but okay, let me tell you the names. There is something known as Hacker Earth. So let me paste some details. Okay, रुक जाओ. I will just paste it. Okay. So I've just pasted it in the
chat. I think it went to somebody else. Can you target it to me?
Okay, it went to Kalpesh.
Okay, if time permits, we'll take the questions later. Or if not later, we will arrange a Q&A related session next week. Okay, only for job seekers, specific Q&As. So because today, like it's already 15 minutes for the session. So we'll try to give as maximum value. We will arrange Monday ko, even though the full program is ending, but precisely for job seekers Q&A, pura ka pura, like Monday, if it even goes to Tuesday, we will just specifically, like me and Ramesh both will come and try to give value to Q&A. Ramesh, is that okay? Because
yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. But what we have done today is, see, guys, whatever we have provided today is like point-to-point information. So each and every word that we have spoken made sense. So definitely the intention is not to eat up the time, but at the same time, the values which is being provided, you have to use it. We have 15 minutes. Not much is remaining, but yes, if required, we can definitely correct as Tausif suggested. Okay? So guys, moving on. Okay. So these are the platforms: HackerRank, Hacker Earth, and TechGeek. These are the platforms wherein companies, they conduct their hackathons. If in case you clear those hackathons, then these hackathons are specifically for open job positions. So ye open hackathons for open for all nahi rehte. They have aligned one hackathon to one specific position. It's like hackathon, or it's like a program. It's like a question or answer session wherein you are asked to do a few things. So explore this opportunity. If you are an experienced person, explore this opportunity. This is overlooked by many people, or they are not aware of this. You be the one who are aware of it and is being using it. Because if you are aware and if you are using, then definitely the chances of you getting a job will increase. Okay. Guys, uske baad jo hai, again another important thing is whenever you apply for these particular, okay, let's talk about the search engine, guys. एक बार search engine के बारे में बात करते हैं, then we will talk something about applicant tracking system. Okay, that will make your life very easy. So once you start exploring the opportunities, whatever we have discussed now, sub explore karo, sab mein resume upload karo, sab mein you start applying for everything that we have spoken. There's after that, once your resume is made, once your cover letter is made, at least update your resume in 5 top search engines. At least update it in 5 search engines. That will improve the chances of you getting call back, you getting selected. Okay. Recently a search was done. And in that particular search, there were a few search engines which have really worked good. Okay, I will just paste them, Tausif, taking the time also constrained into consideration. I will paste it. That would be helpful in this case. Okay. Meanwhile, as these are the things: Vacitum.com, Indeed.com, PlacementIndia.com, Monster, Times Job, Naukri. So these are a few platforms which you have to ensure that your resume is there. These platforms have really worked good, especially in this last 2 to 3 years. So update it all in these platforms, and that is the best thing that you can do. Okay. And guys, what you have to update. Okay. Tausif is.
I've already pasted it on the screen. Okay. So there are these kind of platforms. There are many companies who go to Naukri, but even as of today morning, we were discussing a person is continuously applying on Naukri since past lot of time, and it's not really working. So matlab, not getting calls, so then person figured out the other way, which was even Glassdoor pe bhi they were trying to look for openings. Okay, so Glassdoor, and then directly company websites. We already discussed this. Directly company websites. So there are n number of ways by which you can reach out. Okay, so Naukri, next Vacitum, Indeed, Placement India, Monster, Times Jobs, and searching on Google and trying to see the jobs and directly, and this will come like company websites and plus this Glassdoor also. So I think there are, so देखो, करना है तो there are n number of things which you can engage properly. And like Ramesh said in the beginning of the session, it is a process. Don't expect magic कि आज मैंने ये कर दिया and हो जाना चाहिए. It's like you keep doing it, keep checking it out, keep following up with the HRs, dropping them emails, making them phone calls, and then something clicks. If you don't do anything, nothing clicks, nothing moves, right? So, but when you're constantly doing, things work out. Okay, fine, Ramesh. So yeah, so search engines. Okay, so there are multiple ways of doing it. Next, what?
Okay. As and you rightly highlighted company websites, career pages of company websites. Guys, apply, go ahead and explore the career pages. How to see the details of the career page? Whenever you go on the company website, वहाँ पर you will find a page which is related to jobs. That is a career page. So whatever the job which comes in a company, they update it in their career page, and then they also share it to the recruiters, to the vendors. So the recruiters who are working on job search engines, they update it in job search engines. If they are working with vendors, then those vendors again update it in their own portals. Okay, so directly company pages is again an important thing, so do not overlook that. And once you register there, if in case you start getting those type of requirements, company starts getting those type of requirements matching your skill set, you will start getting triggers. You will start getting triggers from the company job page itself saying that this company, this particular program, this particular skill set requirement has come. Apply for that. So you will start getting emails as well for that. Okay, guys, and before moving on, let's talk something about Google search. Okay, because we have spoken about all these search engines. We all know Google is a search engine which search each and every web page which is available. So similarly, if we look for a job in Google, what it does is it looks for all the pages, all these career pages, all these web pages, all these different things, and it gives you the picture just in front of you in one screen. How many of you tried that? Okay, it's a very easy and simple thing. If you are writing a Java job, if you just write a Java job, it will give you everything in a proper organized manner. That's probably use your laptop or PC for that. It would be easy for you to explore. So as soon as you update Java, then it will give you filters like location, which location, and at the same time it will give you a job description and from where to apply for that particular job description. For an example, if I have an opportunity, if I have uploaded that particular opportunity in 3 search engines, then it will do that work for you. It will give you the link which you can directly apply. A Naukri link will be one, a LinkedIn link will be one, then there will be one more link. So start using this Google search engine. It is very important, guys. Okay, as if you start following all this process, right? If you are supposed to get a job in 3 months of time or 2.5 months of time, it will get reduced to 1 month or one. In fact, it can be somewhat earlier than that as well. Okay, there's people who have been following it in our groups. We have been working on this, and the people who have been following this, they have got jobs in just 20 to 30, and they have got multiple job offers because they have multiplied their experience. Okay, so these are again another things. Okay, so
we have like officially 4 minutes for this session today. Okay, what are the next major things that you would like to discuss with people?
See, Tausif, okay, if we talk about that, probably we can talk about applicant tracking system. Okay. We'll talk about applicant tracking system, and
okay,
it is something important because people, they have general queries that they do not get callback for, they do not get callback from the recruiters while updating their resumes in search engines. So we will talk about applicant tracking system, resume, how it can be made a ATS friendly resume. It may take again 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. After that,
how to build resume. Okay, fine. Next,
how to build applicant tracking system wala resume. Uske
Okay,
baad,
ATS
probably we
compatible.
can touch something related to interviews,
Okay, hold on.
and then
Interview.
probably we can touch related to okay, then we can take up question and answers. Not
Okay.
much is remaining. We have precisely covered most of the things, but yes,
Hmm.
ATS covering it would be a great thing, because most of the people have this query stating that call back nahi aa rahe, call back nahi aa rahe. So they should know why they don't get callbacks and what to do if they
Okay.
want to get more
Okay.
calls.
Okay, let's do this thing. Right now, I'll just share the attendance link for today, guys. Okay, so this is the Thursday. I'll share the attendance link. The point is just for the sake of finishing, we don't want to do it. And we would like to keep it 9 to 10 because Ramish's time is also important. So yesterday we took like 11 baje tak because I was independent, but I don't want to, we have to really be precise. So I think we will take the attendance next. Ramesh, you just, because you're focusing, ATS is so important, at least just open it out to all the people who are in the call, how this ATS is going to impact not getting calls and what is the problem there. Maybe you can talk on that. And more detailed, maybe we'll arrange the session on Monday, and Monday 9 p.m. We will not live stream it on YouTube because majorly Q&A will be there. I am already seeing in the chat some guys are saying we are claiming gap and all those things. So we would just not stream it anywhere. It will be targeted Q&As. Be honest. We will be brutally honest. What will work, what will not work. 13 years I have seen industry. I've seen different people from a lot of things. Ramesh has also seen that. So we have seen fakes, we have seen genuines, we have seen gaps, we have seen a lot of drama inside. So let's make it a very brutal, honest, to the point session. What will work, what will not work, and what is the right way for you to do. So Monday ko no live stream, closed Zoom pe chalega, and let's make some maximum value. Right now I'm sharing the attendance link.
And
So
also,
we are
if
trying to do the
possible,
very
Monday
best.
को जो है, if possible, LinkedIn भी देखते हैं थोड़ा सा. We can
Okay.
add that point as well along with that.
Okay, LinkedIn, guys, it is really
LinkedIn.
powerful professional network. So
Yes.
how to effectively make use of that? Monday we will even discuss that on job hunting as fine. So guys, let me share the attendance link. So since you guys are all through, okay, just 1 second. And there are a few more things which I also want to add on top of this, what we are discussing. So again, we will do that, continue it on Monday. Okay, so current batch, attendance March. And keep it up, guys. If you have really been so consistent, we feel like giving more value to you guys. ठीक है, और जिनको सीखना ही नहीं है, दो people looking for shortcuts and hacks. Okay, so for them it doesn't work out anyways. Like I also don't feel to give any value. Okay, so code for today is, let's say 1212, and this is the attendance link. Yeah, everybody, please take this link.
ठीक है.
Yeah, I'm sharing the attendance link. Sunil, Pooja.
Okay, Vamshi is saying, what is applicant tracking system?
Yeah, hold on. Wait. Let's give a couple of minutes. And yeah, we'll touch the ATS as a last introductory topic. The more detail we will continue back on Monday of that, Monday 9 p.m. And another thing, tomorrow I am inviting an engineering manager. Okay, so he's engineering manager plus podcaster plus YouTuber who has really done some very extensive like research on human behaviors and how that is impacting their professional growth. Okay, so I felt really impressed after discussions with him. So I would be inviting him tomorrow. He has like 8-10 years of IT experience. And 1 second. So yeah, meanwhile you close your attendance. Okay. So from my side, we are adding as maximum that we can so that many guys can get benefited. So yeah, this is what it is. Okay. So tomorrow, 24th March, 9 p.m., we will be inviting Chetan with us. Okay. So his name is Chetan. Like he has really been thinking very deeper in terms of the mind attitude. Okay, so how a person thinks, how the behaviors impact their own professional growth and their life problems, and how to really reset yourself. I think it's going to be a really very insightful session. So tomorrow 9 p.m. we will be doing that. Okay, so chalo, meanwhile Ramesh, so yes, what is ATS, and let's dig into this.
Okay, guys, so Vamshi is asking ATS क्या है. So anyways, we wanted to talk about that. So guys, majorly what people say is that, in fact, there are a few
Anti-terrorist
people.
squad nahi hai. Okay, so it's not anti-terrorist squad. IT में नहीं है ये सारी चीजें. It's a peaceful place. So, chalo, what is ATS? Let's go.
Dekho guys, okay. Many people have that concern that whenever they upload their resumes in job search engines, they do not get called back. In fact, I have seen the people who conduct some workshops or who conduct some workshop for job, they too are claiming that these no longer works. That's not the reality. Okay, it works. As I have prepared my resume some 7 to 8 years back. Whenever I log into any of the job search portals, I start getting calls. That is the reality. So it do work. But the thing is, you should know how to make it work. And why you do not get callback is because of ATS. And that ATS is applicant tracking system. Let's see how things work. Like hundreds and thousands or more than that people are applying for one or a few jobs in job search portals. So what is happening is, when so many people are applying for jobs, each and every resume will not go to a recruiter. Each and every resume will not go to a recruiter. It's highly impossible for a recruiter to go through these many resumes. Okay, just uploading your resume is one thing. Recruiter will explore the resume, they will call you. That is just a one thing. Again, another thing is that you have to also apply for the jobs that you come across. So either ways, the thing is, if you have not updated your resume in a particular manner, it won't reach the recruiter. And why this thing is happening, it's really impossible for a recruiter to have a look at each and every resume. So a system has been established. They call it as applicant tracking system. This system, they automatically, like using some intelligence, they bifurcates and discard many resumes. So if your resume doesn't fit a particular criteria, then system, that robot sitting there, will evaluate it, will go through your resumes, and before your resumes go to a recruiter, it will automatically just eliminate it. Your resumes are not even reaching the recruiter. That is applicant tracking system. To make the life easy for the recruiter, to let them know which are the actual and genuine resumes, this system has been brought in, and there are ways how you can use this particular system for your advantage. And we'll talk about that. That is applicant tracking system. And the people who know how to use it, उन लोग की life definitely बहुत positive way में hit होती है.
Okay, ठीक है. So guys, देखो, I think it's going to be a pretty detailed topic. So it cannot be finished in like a few minutes. So like how your resume should be developed, which will be filtering through this ATS system and reaching to the HRs. Okay. And you need to understand, guys, AI is there, intelligence is there, processing has to happen. So when there are 50,000 documents, Word documents, PDFs in front of people, out of that, we want to select only 10. Manually, it's not possible to go through all the resumes, regardless of from where you are applying. So the world has to come up with a better solution. So they have built a system. The system is going to scan through all these documents, resumes of people, whether you directly apply, this apply, that apply. And it's already plugged in with a lot of search engines like Naukris and all that portals. And like he's saying, it simply discards those resumes which are not matching this pattern and brings down the focus on only those which are actually abiding with this. So I think it's going to be really insightful.
The
because
study says that 60 to 70% resumes gets eliminated. So just imagine what is happening. Okay. You have to be a part of the 30% which are getting selected and going through for further evaluation.
That's big. Okay. So guys, we are going to discuss that on Monday. Plus Q&As will be there. We will not be live streaming. Let's make it a targeted session to really crack this job related stuff. And further, we'll be discussing on multiple more topics there. Fine. I think it was an amazing session, Ramesh. Okay. So thank you for joining, taking this time out. And I would really request everybody to appreciate the efforts which is being put in by Ramesh or anybody else. Okay. In the current world where everybody is so much busy in their own stuff. So we are trying to do these kind of free initiatives because market is really getting bad. People not getting jobs on time, families are suffering, and they are like, we have been doing things since past lot of time, still not able to crack. So it's really bad situation. Okay. Plus on top of it, these new AI tools coming in, recessions and layoff announcements happening, and then there are people since past 2 3 years still not into jobs. So what chaos ho gaya hai market. And somewhere with right guidance, we feel ke we can make way through this. So I would really request you guys to understand the value of every single statement that we say. Don't make it ke ghar ki murgi hai dal barabar, and don't take things for granted, because things will backfire on you if you don't really understand the importance of all this. Okay, we could have simply charged, but usme kuch matlab nahi milega, because you have to come in with your commitment. So forget about money, come with your commitment, give your commitment for your own growth. You will be able to crack great in this world. Okay, so understand the value of every statement. Don't take it for granted. It's worth a million if you really understand. We don't want to put monetary thing to it. Okay, because we want you to still understand the significance of everything that we are doing. Every session is amazing. Every session is life value add. And what we are doing right now is amazing stuff. Apply. Don't take it for granted. Don't think, "Arey, kuch nahi ho raha hai, baad mein karenge," because tomorrow it's going to be even more worse if you don't fix right today. Okay? You have to protect yourself today. Chalo, thank you everybody. And Ramesh, any final last parting words to the team?
Guys, all the best, guys. Okay, wish you all the best. And as tausiefs take these serious sessions very seriously. We do it at corporate levels. We do it at college levels. These type of seminars and sessions, we do it. We have done this at very college levels and big universities to be specific about it. Okay, and it has been helpful. That's the reason why we do it. So make maximum out of it. And yes, we wish you all the best. We wish you all the best, and we'll catch up with you on Monday.
There is this one thing, maybe it might take like 2-5 minutes. We'll discuss more about this later, but I think immediately you guys can get some value. So this is a recent website, okay, which we came across, like jobs portal. So there are a lot of these kind of tools available, but I think something which really helps is this kind of jobs.hulkhire.com. Okay. So what this portal does is it simply scans through LinkedIn. Okay. And on the LinkedIn, wherever HR is directly adding a post, okay, we have a job opening for so and so skill, so and so experience. This tool consolidates all that and makes it available. So, and that too on a regular basis. So if you see, okay, let's say I want to go in for like Angular job or React job, whatever. Okay. So if you just see here, the tool, like yesterday's data is available. So on a daily basis, whenever HR is uploading something on LinkedIn, this tool scraps that, makes all of that available in a single page, where you can just search it based upon your location, your skill sets, and accordingly, you will find these are straight away HR who has done it. So Bangalore mein ek hai, so you can search it based upon your location, and you can see all these things. And I feel that this is something really like, okay, .NET profiles available, but if you see, okay, good experience in Angular and all that, also looking 6 to 8 years of experience. Okay. Next, there is hiring for senior .NET profile happening here. Okay. And so these kind of profiles are coming. So these are all straight away the HR. And now, देखो यहाँ पे कोई Natasha बोल के बंदी है, excellent opportunity for these kind of batch people. Okay, direct walk-in drive. Yesterday itself she posted, where technical roles are so much. Okay, qualifications are so much. Okay, and यहाँ पे must have worked on projects. So guys, they are very precisely telling all these things. Okay, and date is like 28 March को ये होने वाला है. And register yourself on his email. Also she has provided address. ये वो है, तो अगर मध्य प्रदेश search करेंगे ये मिल जाएगा, right? So the point is these kind of, and you can straight away, what I feel valuable about this is you can just reach out. So this is directly on LinkedIn. Okay. So you call, just connect with that HR, you go to that post, and it's like genuine there, because people will not add much of fake drama here. Okay. So straight away you can see all that full details. Everything is available. Walk-in drives for so and so, Java, React and all. There are contact details available, emails available. So, and you can straight away reach out, comment to them, go to their inbox. And I personally find these kind of tools will speed up our job search process like anything. Okay. So I would highly recommend daily basis, spend some time on this, try to really search for your skill set and be patient, scroll through maybe 10-15 minutes, try to find relevant resumes like Angular 4+ version, 2 to 5 years of experience yahan pe required. Okay. So I think you can make some good use of this thing. So we just came across this recently, so I think it will add value. Okay. So make use of it, guys. The world is having solutions. Awareness and application is something which we all need. Okay. So thank you all, and thank you, Ramesh, for this session and everybody. See you guys tomorrow. Have a nice, peaceful evening. Thank you all. Take care.
So take care. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.